Okay, morning everyone. This is just a very brief overview of what we covered yesterday evening, and just to show you what progress we've made since then. I'm logged into what is now a test copy of the database, just called Malcolm's 3. I'm logged in as Andy, so I can see here that there's two databases. The database with the latest number will always be the live copy, if you like. So this is our test database as of now. So Malcolm's 3 and Andy is logged in. I'm just going to go to sales quotation. So I've made some changes to this screen already. Don't really need to see the user-defined fields. Just maximize this one. And you'll see that I now have a field in here called customer notes, and I have the 4 user-defined fields, or well, what would have been user sort keys on dimensions. So if I just come down then and get a list of my customers, I'm just going to pick this customer here. And against this customer, then I've added some notes on their account. So if I drill back to the customer, I can see that information is coming from this remarks field. Equally, I have my user-defined fields on the business partner or the customer account, and that's also been pulled through here. So there's no need to drill back into the customer. Clearly, I can if I need to look at balances or other information. And equally, we can pull out more information from the customer onto the face of the sales quotation or sales order if we choose to do so. So moving down then into the detail of the quotation, I've created 3 fields here. So I have product type, which is now listing for me all of the different types you have. And the way that's working is if I click on the little button and just type in TOW, it will jump down to the records. They're currently sorted by sorted alphabetically. So if I just go it's tow bar products that I'm looking for, and then I have a list of my makes or manufacturers, so I can select from that. If I pick a particular manufacturer, then I'm shortlisted to look for the products within that manufacturer's range. Not crucial I do that, however. I'll try to make this as broad as possible. So for example, if I just type in C space MAX here, and then go to the item number and click on this field, it will immediately short circuit or shortlist for me products which in this user-defined field have CMAX. Now it is quite sensitive, it's not case sensitive, but it is sensitive in terms of if we have C-max and look for a list, we're not going to get anything. Equally, if I just type the letters MAX, I will get a longer list of items. So you'll see that there's products there that don't currently relate to what I'm after because they have MAX in the string, but again, it should at least give us something to work from. So I have my CMAX and DMAX and other things in there. Just some few options I was looking at. So if I go for 7 series, for example, SER, and then just get a list of the items. So straight away I can see all my 7 series items on that list. If I had selected just the bar A items, so on my product type here, if I had just typed in BARA, so BARA and 7 series, and then I am now isolating for just the tow bar A type products for 7 series products. And if we came back and just made this 5 series, then we're just looking at bar A items for 5 series. So to some extent, not being too specific actually will give you a slightly broader or longer search, but it might actually end up benefiting you in the longer run just to actually have this information. So once I pick a bar, you'll see that I have my options for next coming up next as this field. If I just select that, so once I have selected it properly, then I've also got a field over here that's actually bringing up the relevant bars, or sorry, the relevant necks. So then if I just look at the max that we were talking about earlier on, so sorry, if I just put that into the right field, so we'd say the model has max in the title, and we look at that. So then I'm just going to pick this product. So I've kind of made some changes to this product whereby I've done what we were looking at yesterday evening, where we actually just had for the CMAX, these are the necks available, and then for a different product or a different model of vehicle, I could have a different neck or neck options available on that. So that's kind of coming through automatically on here. And from this window, if I wanted to, I can just do a copy and a paste, and that will then pull through that particular neck for me if I want to. We could extend in this field, put in additional descriptions, things like that if we wanted to. if I drill back to the actual stock item itself, you'll see that I have the two items wrapped around. So this is how they look on the actual product. However, just to try and keep as much of the information on the one row as possible, I really don't want to have to try and expand these rows. So I'm just putting in a little spacer there to indicate that this is one product and the possible neck options. This is the next product and the possible neck options. And just being able to sort of highlight and copy over it means that I can easily just kind of paste that down in here. That's kind of as far as we've gone with it at the moment. Hopefully it's kind of giving you some sort of sense as to what we can do. We still have to put in pricing and stuff like that, but it's just to try and get you thinking about how we can kind of make better use of the functionality we have within SAP. So I'm thinking that for a particular product or particular bar, if you want to put in the next sections down here as a list, and if a bar can have or can fit multiple vehicles, then obviously just put in the potential next sections for each of the vehicles. Just put in the vehicle as a prefix. And so if we said this relations to a 5 series, so we kind of put in something like that. And then if this also related to, let's just say, a 7 series, we would then give the alternative necks here. So if we just go Z, the alternative, don't need too many rows dividing that, so we just do that. That would also mean, of course, that we would probably put in something like the two vehicle types that it goes against here. Just update on that. So then when I come back here, just actually go into a new row here, and we just say 7 SER. And when we select that now, we should get that option, and we should see that this goes on both the 5 series and the 7 series. Potentially, I'm sure that isn't likely to happen, but just for the purposes of illustration, let's assume it does. Then I can pick that through, and once I've selected the item, I then have the option. So we're saying that this is going on, let's say, a 5 series in this instance. So then I just pick from the necks available for the 5 series, and away we go. So as I say, that's just sort of an idea. I think that if we kind of just try to embrace that a little bit more and see if we can make it work for what we're trying to achieve here, that we could actually get some pretty useful stuff out of it.